This trilogy has gotten me closer to the Throne of Glass High than anything else.
Except maybe Ektar.
We're talking A Daughter of No Worlds, Children of Fallen Gods, and Mother of Death and Dawn by Carissa Broadbent, aka the War of Lost Hearts trilogy. This trilogy has the most incredible story of friendship, love, grief, and healing, compassion, all just like rolled up into a nice little bun, thrown in the oven, baked to absolute perfection, and ready to devour. I'm telling you, it's so good. The story follows Tisana Vitazik, who is a slave in a land called Threll, and she is trying to buy her freedom from her master. And when she succeeds, she goes to another continent called Ara, and she gets involved with something called the Orders, which is basically a magical kind of government. And her goal is to train her magic so she can return to Threll and save the other slaves in that land. I felt so incredibly connected to these characters, what they believe in, what they're fighting for, just them, and I didn't want to say goodbye, and that's the best kind of book. Also, something to note that made me love this even more, I feel like the story was the perfect length. The middle book did not feel like a middle book filler or anything. It was fast-paced, keep you on your toes, and just enough information to give you that good story feeling without feeling like it's dragged out forever or too short. You also get to dive into the complexities of war because of the multiple POV, which is so interesting to me because you get both sides of it kind of in the story, and I'm not going to tell you who the POVs are or anything like that because that is a major spoiler, but it's so good to see the reasoning behind everybody. Obviously not everybody's in the right frame of mind at all, but I think that is so interesting to read about that. The ending as well is so perfect because this is the only thing that I've ever read that wraps up as nicely as it did. You get complete closure, questions answered, you know what the characters are doing afterwards. It's kind of like a little epilogue, sort of like I think it's a long epilogue. But that feels really good coming from so many unfinished series and also a lot of fantasy books. You leave the last book like, wait a minute, where's this person? Where's this person? What are they doing now? What's going on? No, you get complete closure. So if you're looking for something that wraps up nicely, this is it. The character arcs as well were super clear, well-deserved, and you get to see like good and bad character arcs that add to the story, and it doesn't seem like she's just trying to add it in there to further the story or make a plotline go somewhere. Like, it makes sense for those characters, and it's just delicious. Tisana would definitely be friends with Aelin. That's all I have to say.